Hello everyone! Last episode of the Wonder of Star Wars The Old Republic was episode 10, and this is episode 11, and I am here with a whole bunch of friends. Say hi, everybody!
Hello.
Hi!
This is my guildmates, and this is our Imperial Guild, Vestige of Despair, and they have all come to join me to fight this wonderful boss over here. You guys ready to go?
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Let's go!
Yes. I'll provide fire support if...
So much better with this many people.
Leroy Train.
This is gonna
Yep.
be quick.
Leroy Jenkins indeed.
Just no
Oh
one
yeah, he
died.
didn't them chance.
He actually has a decent amount of health. I thought he would die in a couple of hits.
Really?
We do have a killer, right?
There's a reason why they call him worldboss.
Oh yeah. He's a big boy.
That and it doesn't take 3 hits to kill him.
You need healers when you have med packs.
Uh-oh. He needs help. Alright.
I gained a level. Nice.
Level 20.
You and me both.
Look at those hills.
Oh wow, that's some good stuff right there. For level 10.
For you.
I can't even wear it because it's purple stuff.
Customization.
You're not allowed to wear purple?
No, artifact equipment is locked out for free to play and preferred players. It's really not too bad though, to be honest. I haven't had any gearing issues.
You could always sell it.
I'm gonna create it and sell it for credits.
Or keep it as a
Alright.
trophy of victory. Hey, screenshot.
Yeah, screenshot!
And after the screenshot, I've got a surprise for you all.
That was wonderful. This video is actually out a day later than it normally would be. These videos normally get posted on Thursdays, and it should be a Friday by the time this goes out. And that is because my guild mates actually tried to come help me with this yesterday, but the world boss was down, and no matter what we did, we couldn't get it to spawn. So now we actually got to do it, and that was really fun. The world bosses are actually beasts that you can get. There's one on almost every planet except the starter planet. Some planets even have more than one. And they're just meant to be things that are really meant to be fought with a group. They don't really have the best rewards. They're just something kind of really fun and cool to do. And we do them with our guild, not too often, mostly because they don't have the best rewards compared to other things, but they are really fun to do when someone has a good reason to do them. There's usually achievements is what people are after, or just something fun to do. So let's take a look at the first, though I'm not sure where he's located, and that was the giant beast that we just fought. Bestiary? Nope. Epic enemies, yes. He doesn't have his own codex. Well, he is just a giant Gozusk rock crusher, one of the beasts that are native to Dromund-Kaas. So now let's get back to our class story. We have so much left to do just on Dromund-Kaas alone, and I have finally hit level 20. This is where the experience in the game starts. It will start being a lot lower, the XP that I gain from quests, because as a free-to-play player, you actually get normal experience all the way up to level 20, so you get a really good taste of what the game, how you're supposed to level as a normal player. But once you hit level 20, you will get reduced XP, and it's honestly not a huge deal. I'm already really over-leveled for this planet. I don't really need a ton more XP. We might start feeling it later on, but right now it's really not an issue. My guildmates were also joking that I should pick up some of the modifications that the boss dropped. He actually dropped really good stuff for level 10, but I told them, I'm sorry guys, you should just keep it, take it for yourselves, or just sell it to a vendor, because I won't even be able to hold it because I can't wear that purple artifact gear, which does stink a little bit. But as you guys have seen so far, gearing has really not been an issue at all. I haven't had any difficulties fighting any enemies. And I have no idea if I'm going the right way. So let's see. Someone gave me a tip that I should actually go to the Revanite area before I even go to Lord Grathan's estate. So let's go check that out. And what is going on in SWTOR news? Oh, something really cool happened recently, and that is we recently had update 5.3, and that was the one with Manon and the Sisters of Carnage, the new operations boss. And so next up is going to be 5.4. Ah, this is Lord Grathan's estate. You need to keep going. Go, 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 Javiik. Running kitty kitty. And so the developers aren't quite ready to give a roadmap of what's going to be coming up exactly next, but they did give a really cool preview of what will be coming up. It's not like 100% set in stone yet, and there's no real timeline yet, but they have announced some of the neat things that will be coming up. And one of the really cool things that they announced is not only did we practically just get a new stronghold, we're going to be getting very likely another one with 5.4. And what's especially cool about this one is that it's supposed to be a moving train of some sort, which is something we've definitely never seen before. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what exactly that is, what it looks like, how it works. I don't even have a guess. And they announced some other stuff with the 5.4 update. And like I said, these aren't 100% set in stone, and you'll be able to customize Senya, one of the companions that you get very late in the game, around level 65-ish with the Knights of the Eternal Throne, or Fallen Empire expansion. And we have some more confirmation about a new Flashpoint coming out on Umbara. Those of you who have watched Clone Wars might recognize that name, and you should know it's a very dark, quite scary planet. Let's see. Oh, and that's where that train stronghold is on Umbara as well. Come on, we need to get to the Revan quest. Very important. Oh, we're gonna get some new hair. So if you guys are playing Knights of the Fallen Empire or have played it before, you're going to be able to get Lana, Koss, and Senya's hairstyles. For anyone who's not played it yet, just more hairstyles is always good. Oh, here's a really fun one on the list. The quality of life. Companions can now be summoned while moving. That's going to be a fun one when you're really on the go and running around. You can just pull out your companion without having to stop, and instead of sitting there diddling with your holopad, you'll instead yell, "Hey! Hey, Eric Jorian! Hey, Lar Dorn, I need you. Hey, Kira." There's going to be more class balances, as always. Ah, yes, we're getting to the Revanite camp. The class balances specifically for lethality, ruffian, concealment, scrapper, medicine, sawbones, fury, concentration, carnage, and combat. And they're always trying to keep the game balanced. They don't always succeed, but they're always trying to make sure that all the classes are at least vaguely balanced, so one's not inherently better than the other in terms of numbers, but they also try and make sure they're different enough that there's a point in playing the other classes. Alright, so if you remember last time, we were told to come infiltrate this Revanite camp and pretend to become one of their followers.
Did you lose your way in the jungle? You have my sympathies, but we can't help. We have no food or water to offer. There's nothing for you here, and strangers are not welcome in this place. You'd best be going.
I was given this token. Does it tell you anything?
I'm not sure. Ah, you do have the token. Someone must have had great faith in you to send you our way. Welcome to the Order of Revan, Initiate. Welcome to your new life.
That was quick. I wouldn't accept me just on a token. I mean, look at that furry face.
I'm looking for the Revanite leader.
Look at it.
Am I talking to the right man?
No, I only guide initiates along the path. This place is our haven, built by the Master and protected by the faithful. Here we leave our duties to the Empire behind. This is where the Master guides us in the mysteries of Revan, the one who began a Jedi but grew into a Sith, and then something more.
Why would a Jedi join the Sith? And what do you mean by something more?
As a Jedi, Revan was a warrior who slaughtered armies. As a Sith, Revan was a teacher who trained 1,000 dark apprentices. Eventually, Jedi and Sith both turned on Revan. But instead of being destroyed, Revan was reborn.
If all that's true, why isn't Revan known better?
The Empire tries to bury Revan as a minor figure, out of fear. Revan was stripped of power, stripped of life, of memory, and left to rot. And still, Revan relearned the ways of the Force. The reborn Revan destroyed Jedi and Sith, and came to Dromund Kaas. Although Revan's life ended here, the Master preserved that life, so that we may learn from it.
I don't believe this cult is just about learning.
We learn to be better, more powerful. Even though the Empire may not publicly support us, we believe in the Empire's ways. Revan mastered the light side and the dark side, war and peace. We seek to walk the same path. Take part in our rituals, learn Revan's path to greatness, succeed, and you earn the right to join us.
Then I look forward to learning.
Around you, you'll find your new teachers, Revanites who have spent their lives recovering the works of Darth Revan. Speak to them. Complete the tasks you are given. When you are through, return to me, and the Master will give you your final lessons.
So this must be a really enjoyable quest for those of you who have played... I don't want to hear about it, Kimball. For those of you who have played Knights of the Old Republic, the game that really was the predecessor to this one and really kicked off this whole multiplayer online game, I'm really wondering what Javiik thinks of all this right now, because he is not a Jedi or a Sith at heart. Rather, he did not grow up close to the Sith. He was not like the son of a Sith Lord or anything like that. He was a son of farmers and free traders, so he might not have even heard of Revan. Revan's pretty darn famous, but there seems to be, in this galaxy, it's about 300 years later after Knights of the Old Republic, but there does seem to be a misremembering of Revan in the galaxy. Like, not everyone knows his name, like everyone knows like George Washington or other famous people in history, even though it was not really that long ago. But I feel like Javiik probably wouldn't care too much about some dead Sith. He's barely seen that many Sith to start with. Or some dead Jedi, I guess, depending on which side of the story you're hearing.
Come here. Come closer. You are among the initiates who wish to join our order, and this is good. But tell me something. You are here because of the Order of Revan. Are you ready to die for us?
What?
I don't quite understand.
Consider carefully, for every Revanite must face the trial of death, just as Revan died at the hands of the Jedi and Sith. Death freed Revan, left him unbound from all oaths and promises. It paved his road to rebirth. Will death free you from your past?
I don't think Javiik really wants to be freed from his past. He more wants to return to it as much as possible.
I left my past behind when I became Sith.
No, you didn't.
Then you have nothing to fear. Before us is a path. Beyond the path is a cave. A cave dedicated to Darth Revan. Initiates fall on the path. Initiates are torn apart by things inside the cave. But initiates who reach the end are reborn, remade.
You expect me to go to this cave?
I expect nothing of you. The choice to walk the path of Revan or to return to the life you left is yours. The path is here. The cave. The cave will be more trying.
I think I see.
Go. Free yourself from the life you've made. The petty choices, the mistakes, the oaths sworn. All of it will be washed away. It will be terrible. It will be glorious. When the deed is done and you have reached the end of the cave, return to me.
Oh wow, I think this is going to be an especially interesting quest for Javiik, because we have seen him, I guess you could say, embrace the lightning. He's really been definitely, although he's not an evil person, seems more and more okay with the Sith over time, the more that he's got the Stockholm Syndrome kind of thing going on. So maybe this could be a chance for him to more fully embrace the Empire and the Sith way of doing things, and maybe let his family go. Maybe actually train to be a true Sith acolyte instead of someone just trying to get away. I really like that this is a side quest. This, oh no, this is like one of the main quests of Jormuncost, but this is not your class story quest. Who are these little critters? They still die in like 3 seconds. And I would like to mention, before I get too far away from it, fighting the big world boss, definitely not in character, not a roleplay thing. It wouldn't make any sense for Javiik to know all these amazing lords and ladies and crazy Mandalorians that helped me fight that world boss. My guild, the Imperial side of my guild, the Vestige of Despair, they're actually going to RP night tonight, which I thought was interesting. I just didn't time well in terms of what I was doing here. I wanted to finish the episode. But they were doing a kind of social RP. It was it's going to be like a cantina RP, and there's two main types of roleplay in Star Wars, and I guess in many other games too. There's a very fun, social, come as you are kind of thing, meant to be a little bit flirty, friendly, a little bit silly, meant to just kind of pass the time and enjoy the company of other people while in character. And then there's more like serious roleplay where you usually have some kind of plot or story that you're following. Let's see what Kemval said. A forgotten Sith Lord with a collection of devout followers. Still, who even remembers the deeds of Tulak Horde? Oh my god, Kemval. I promise you, Tulak Horde is still famous bae. He is more famous than Justin Bieber. It's okay. Shh, it's okay. It's just, we can kill these guys? Yes, because I want to tell you more about the RP. And when you have a story-based roleplay, it can be a lot harder for newer people to get into because they're like, I barely decided what my character is. I am still deciding how they would respond to things and how they would act, and I feel like I'm intruding on whatever story you've created. So social RP is a really nice way to introduce people to things. It's a lot more casual usually. It's a lot less serious, and it's very fun in different ways, I guess you could say. I enjoy the act of making stories, usually with just 1 or 2 other people, usually like small groups, but Canteen RP is much better if you have a lot of people too, because everyone can kind of break off into tiny groups, or oh my gosh, there's a giant brawl going on in the middle of the cantina, what should we all do? And everyone can kind of chime in a little more than, we found this secret artifact, what do all 10 of you think of it? And so that's what they're going to do today, and I'm going to touch this Revanite altar. Revan. Oh, I woke back up in the Revanite camp. Oh, I forgot how cool that cutscene was. Oh, I'm really glad I played this so long ago. It's really fresh this way. Wow, Javiik, that's crazy. Revan was actually there, or something. He saw Revan, his ghost, his spirit. I'm not sure.
You return. Dripping with the blood of the womb, you are reborn. Your old life, everything you were, all of it is dead, buried inside that cave.
What was that place? It was strange.
Darth Revan's shrine. Every piece of Revan's life that we've recovered is in that cave. It's the last thing initiates see before dying. Tell me how it feels. Your obligations have vanished. Your past no longer burdens you. How does it feel to see the world reborn?
It feels different. Just different.
So it should. You've done well, and I'm proud that you've begun your new life as a Revanite, choosing allegiance to us first of all. Take this gift to guide you in your new life. It will remind you of what you've become. Leave now, and may the Force make you strong.
He gave me a belt. Thanks for the belt. The Revanite belt! Is it even a Revanite belt? No, it's Requisitioned Force Lord's belt. Nothing too special. It's even worse than I have now, but I almost feel like I should equip it out of thankfulness. Ah, that was so cool. Let's go talk to her.
Come, speak with me. Darth Revan appreciated all species of the galaxy, and so do his followers. I remember when I was like you. I remember my trials and the joy of killing in the Master's name. You're so fortunate.
How often does the Master ask that someone be killed?
The Master doesn't have to ask. He trusts me with that burden of judgment. I'm Ladra. Once the personal assassin of a Sith Lord, I am now the serene protector of the Master and his students. I contemplate Revan's teachings as I execute intruders and heretics. But I also guide initiates and help determine their trials.
Your wisdom must be great, Ladra. Will you share it?
Of course I will. That is how I honor the Master. Every Revanite's initiation includes a trial of the past, a rite to bind the initiate to Revan. Your rite will be very special. You will find the mask of Darth Revan, what he wore after becoming Sith. It's a powerful symbol of his greatness, long lost to us.
Retrieving forgotten lore is my speciality.
Then I'm glad to put your skills to use. The mask is in a collection of antiquities possessed by my former teacher, the Sith Lord Grafton. It must be freed from that heretic, rescued in a rain of blood and death.
What do you want it for?
I'll give it a place of honor here in the compound, of course, so every Revanite can see it. Speak to Torun, our curator. He'll give you the spiritual guidance you need and tell you where the mask is. When your journey's done, bring the mask to me. Good luck. Welcome the peace that comes with serving the Master.
I always like this character. She's like, I guess she's my favorite looking female Sith. You don't see that many of them, and they often look really crazy or creepy, but she just looks pretty and strange to me. Wow, Revanite Quest. I feel like I want to talk to you guys about Javiik and his visit to the cave in WONDERTALK, so I'm not going to talk about it anymore until we get to that. So if you guys want to chat with me about Javik's experience, just head to the WONDERTALK because they're going to be out at the same time.
What have we got here? I wasn't expecting a visit from any initiates, but you're welcome to stay and talk, in any case. I'm Torun, devoted servant of the Master and student of Revan. What can I do for you?
Ladra asked me to talk to you.
I should have known. I'm to ritually prepare you for finding Revan's mask, then. It's unnecessary. Ladra's devoted to the Revanites. She's also obsessed with that mask. Says it talks to her. Ladra wants the mask to represent everything Revan ever was, but he wasn't just Sith. Before his rebirth, he was both Sith and Jedi.
Now you've got me interested.
Good. I hoped as much. It's tempting to seek answers in material objects. Ladra will use the mask to teach that Revan was a being of only darkness. I don't want that mask becoming our Order's sole focus. Bring it to me. I'll keep it safe among a few like-minded scholars.
Not sure I want a full-blooded Sith angry with me.
She doesn't need to know what really went on between us. I'm sure Ladra promised a grand reward for the mask. I can't match it, but I can promise your initiation will proceed smoothly. Will you help me preserve the real Revan? Or will you let Ladra overshadow everything with a Sith relic?
I will see this relic for myself before I decide.
I understand, but I hope you'll think this through.
Mask of Revan contained a secure vault in estate of Lord Grath.
I don't have to tell you to be careful, but may the Force be with you. May it keep you strong and guide your return.
There was an option there just saying maybe I'll keep it for myself, and I've heard that some people actually start this quest And because it's like their third character, so they keep it. They don't even finish the quest. It's not an actual item, like it's not a mask you can wear. That would be amazing. I mean, you can get Revan's mask, but it's a cartel item and it'll set you back a bajillion million credits. I don't even actually know how much it's worth now. But it's just like a mission item, but you can keep it and like have good memories from it, I guess. In the spirit of not talking about Javiik's experience, though, I'm going to mention how terribly bad the shadows were in those cutscenes. If you didn't see them, you should roll back a minute or so and take a look at the really bad pixel shadows. I'm not sure why. Usually the shadows are okay. Like, look at the shadows on the ground from the trees and stuff. They look pretty decent, but sometimes in cutscenes they just look like saw blades. I remember that's something that's always had an issue like that in the game. I remember having that issue like when the game first came out. I think you can improve the actual shadow settings, but I'm always scared to play with that one because it seems to be the most intensive setting you can play with. Like, apart from like putting your game from like low to ultra, the shadows can really like tank your computer. Ah, beast! No, beast, we don't want to fight! Maybe we do. Oh, Kambal does. Ooh, push! Oh my gosh, beast. Oh, hey, Vinecat. There we go. See, we did want to fight. Fight for knowledge. Oh, and we got Sleen. Beautiful. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. This is what happens when you don't fight anything, then you don't get the codexes. Alright. Vinecat. The heavily armored, sharp-toothed Vinecat can pounce up to 8 meters and has been known to tear Sleen apart in less than 10 seconds. Its armored frill and hide protect it against larger predators such as the Jurgen, and its claws make it an expert climber when it needs to get away. The Vinecat was introduced to Drum and Koss by the early Sith from the Dark Forest world of Ziost and is responsible for wiping out 3 of Drum and Koss's native herbivorous species to date. This is cool. This art that's showing up in the codex seems really old, like it doesn't quite match them anymore. And here's the Sleen. Sleek and web-footed, the Sleen is among the fastest creature that crawl through the Drum and Koss jungle. It feeds primarily on the eggs of other Drum and Koss lizards, but it has been known to hunt small prey and can be vicious in protecting its territory against intruders. The early Sith were known to keep Sleens as guard animals and pets, but the practice went out of favor as Drum and Koss became more densely populated, and the Sleens proved difficult to keep in close quarters. Hunting Sleens are still kept among certain high-ranking Imperial military officers, bred and trained by generations of family servants. So there is actually some Sleens that you can earn as mounts. Like, the most... I guess the easiest one to get, the most, less random chance one. There's a couple you can get from the GTN from other players from the cartel market. They're probably quite expensive though. And there's one you can earn from the bounty event, and there's one that drops from one of the Prelude to Shadow of Revan flashpoints, but it's super rare. Like, I haven't even seen it yet. Super random chance. And that would be a really cool, I guess, kind of backstory for your character if you're playing on your 3rd or 4th character and you manage to get a Sleen and pass it on to your new character. That would be a really neat way to play the story, like saying like you trained it or something like that, or it's been part of your family for generations like the Codex said. It's a wild beast, but you can train it, which is really neat. Oh, did we pass the quest? Oh, that was just a box, never mind. So that'd be really something really fun to play with. A Sleen is also seems like it'd be a really good mount for a bounty hunter. Vicious animal. Hiding behind walls, cowardly. Yes, yes, Kambal, we know your feels. Oh, we need a Kambal mount. Just put me up top of his shoulders and we can ride around and be super beast. Oh, these were bad guys. They were just standing there. This is why I usually have nameplates on when I'm These are Grathan guardsmen. move this one over because I use it so much. Just put it here. There we go. We don't ever need our lightsaber again, right? That's what being a sorcerer is all about. Hey, we got a security badge. Well, that makes things easy. Oh, there's one back here too. We have more than one security badge. We're gonna break into so many doors. What's that? The Manon Stronghold came out fairly recently. I've mentioned it here before, but I've actually not been working on my Manon Stronghold. I've been playing with my Tatooine one. I've been slowly trying to buy up all the Mandalorian personnel decorations. They're pretty expensive. On DTN they're like 1 million to 4 million credits each, but I want like a whole like area with tons and tons of Mandalorians. That just seems like it'd be really cool. I'm not sure. I think that one's my class quest. Not sure I want to go there yet. Let's just go there. What the heck? Remember, there's some really cool fights in this area. Ooh, let's actually go in the door though. See, I was trying to look up what other stuff came out with that 5.4 announcement. Sorry, Lord Grafton's engineers. I love these things. Boom. Does anyone else look for those containers, and even if they're harder to get and they don't do a ton of damage, you go for them anyway just because they're fun? I feel like that's probably true. Oh, we're getting a full inventory. We're gonna have to like dump some junk soon. Is anything actually any good? Oh, nope. Can't wear that. Oh, that's a claw. I think this guy needs a push. Things seem to be getting stronger though, like they don't die in one hit anymore. Am I supposed to be up here? Yes, yes I am. Chuck to destroyed, and hey! Looky here, we got a poor little friend right there. This is definitely Lord Grothan's estate with cybernetic stuff everywhere and tanks for holding people inside.
Authorization, authorization, system cannot identify. Please don't go! Please don't go! What's happening? Are you with Lord Grothan? Are you invading? System cannot identify.
I'm here on my own. Lord Grothan is an enemy.
Then who? System cannot stop. Reassigning priorities. Operating number 2188697. Please, did the Duchess send you? Please help me.
The Duchess?
Your commander sent me to free you and the others.
We failed her. Failed to defend ourselves. Grothan's people took us prisoner for experiments. The scientists cut open our heads, put us in droids. Identification model OHK99. They program us for advanced intelligence. Enhanced combat tactics. Now my body's lying dead across the room. I can see it.
Wow, that's when she said they'd been taken. I assumed they were having experiments performed on them. Didn't quite expect this though.
Are the rest of the soldiers still alive?
I'm the last. The others have all been converted. They can't talk, can't disobey, but I know they can still think, feel. Please listen. You could disable us all. Send the shutdown command from our central command console. Please. You could put an end to this. Use the command console. I can't go with you, motor and combat systems non-functional. Please, make it stop hurting.
Ah, the voice actor for that one did a really good job. Well, let's go free some droids. That's horrible. Oh, we dropped some loot. I think we're supposed to go up the elevator here. can take the elevator. It's gone already. Oh, no, here it is. I remember in some of the older Star Wars games, if you stood under the elevator, it would make a really nasty crunch sound and you'd be, well, you know, toast. Oh, some of the other cool stuff that was in that update is we'll press the button, see if it does anything. Yep. Using this console, you can disable the droid units or set them to report back to the Empire. Oh, don't think Javiik's that evil yet. That droid was really unhappy. Kemval disapproves. Yeah, I know. Kemval, nobody loves you. Some of the updates were to... Ah! Oh, apparently there was these. To PvP, they're going to be making rewards a little bit better, like in terms of what you get from individual matches. Specifically, it said that oh, it's the weekly and daily missions, so you just get more bits and pieces for gear, for ranked and unranked. And they are also... Woohoo! Oh, we almost died. That was a waste of time. They're also going to be announcing the end date for Season 8. And they'll be showing all the rewards soon. So anyone who's interested in ranked PvP, that is the hardest type of PvP in the game. It's really meant for players who are very good at PvP and very knowledgeable about their own class and about other classes too. That is something that I have never touched myself because PvP is definitely not my strongest skill. I like doing fun, casual matches, but I by no means say that I'm any good. Touch the buttons. Oh hey, that was a codex. Cool. The rogue Sith Lord Grathan has declared himself the 13th Dark Council member with his own power base and sphere of influence within the Sith hierarchy. Although his claim has not been widely recognized, he controls a substantial private army on Droman Kos. The Dark Council has authorized all-out warfare against Lord Grathan and anyone who supports him. After being driven from the Citadel, Lord Grathan holed up in his estate outside Cass City. His forces there are made up of apprentices, loyal Imperial troops, and cybernetic super soldiers he developed in his secret weapons lab. His cadre of elite scientists and some volunteers, others kidnapped and forced into service, manufactures a seemingly endless number of war droids, as well reducing attrition in Grathan's army to near zero. So there's nobody refusing service in Grathan's army. They are fighting, many of them because they have to. So some of these droids I'm killing right now could actually be people. Let's head on over to here. I want to go get Revan's mask. I have a strong suspicion that there may be something else in that vault, wherever that's kept. Something that might pertain to Javiik, for those of you who've been following the story. Something I have in my inventory that's very full of stuff. Whoa! Cool projectile mount! That is one thing I'm looking forward to, is getting a mount on my other characters. When I level new characters, I'm usually just trying to see the class story. And I actually usually give them a mount at level 1. There's a perk that you can buy, usually on the GTN. I don't think it's too expensive because it comes automatically when you buy a mount from the cartel market. Let's see, you just buy mounts straight up with cartel coins. They come with a free level 1 mount experience so that you don't buy the mount and can't actually use it like Javiik would right now. And so you can get those from people who don't need them, and you can just use a mount at level 1.
Yes, a violent intruder laying waste to Lord Grathan's compound. I applaud you. I'm Ismar Brengel, one of Lord Grathan's indentured scientists. I'd like to make your destruction of this place highly profitable.
Now you've got me interested.
Good. We're natural allies, believe it or not. 3 years ago, Lord Grathan lured me to work for him. He promised great opportunities and exciting fields of study. Instead, I became a prisoner, slaving on freakish creations Grathan uses to advance himself. It's a thankless existence.
I feel like Lord Grathan hasn't changed much in 3 years. She didn't really do her research.
What transpired here?
Please don't ask me to describe the horrors Grathan demanded I develop for him. The work sickens me. Grathan cybernetics researchers, a sadistic bunch of scum, developed cyborg body parts that regenerate. The technology will revolutionize warfare. It's worth a fortune. I have a buyer looking to manufacture a cyborg army. You'll get 60% of my profits if you steal the cybernetic researchers' files.
Well, Javiik does definitely need money, and this cyborg army is gonna happen no matter what he does, so we're gonna use the money to buy a ship.
For terms that generous, I think we can do business together.
Excellent. You won't be disappointed. There is a catch, of course. You'll have to activate the main console by sending override commands from the remote terminals. Grathan protects his computers with lethal security forces, war droids, cyborgs, even genetically engineered weapons. Expect heavy resistance.
Your concerns are ill-placed. The dark side protects me.
Of course, but a little early warning never hurts. Take this data spike, insert it into the main console at Grathan's central lab. The spike will download all the data we need. When you're done, bring me the spike. I'll arrange its sale and transfer credits to your account. Go now, be swift.
We're gonna make some money. Javik's gonna be super rich. I wonder how people feel when they're playing. As you level up, credits come faster and faster. I wonder if anyone ever considers it. I think that in the lore of Star Wars The Old Republic, the credits are kind of a mess, obviously, because they're an in-game mechanic, not necessarily a lore thing. But I think I remember hearing when the game first came out that a ship like the Ebon Hawk cost 40,000 credits, and when you're a low-level character, you're like, oh, that's quite a bit of money, but when you're a high-level character, you're like, that's chump change. I could buy like 40 Ebon Hawks. Goodbye, droids. There's so much to do in this tiny area on Lord Grathan's estate. There we go, that's one. Oh, it's a droid. Don't look at me. Oh, I can't pick that up. It's a skirt. I need it. Ah! How am I ever gonna make money if I have to throw stuff away? Oh, there's 7 of those and only 1 spotted fur. We can get a skirt. Let's see if it's better. Oh, it is better. Nice. Oh, but it's not as fashionable. Can we color match it? Do I even get color matching? No, I don't get color matching. It looks aight. We'll keep the skirt though in case we need to do a photo shoot later. Always something to consider. If you pick up a cool piece of gear, try and keep it, because there's stuff on the ground you can probably get, but if you get it especially from a quest reward, you may never have a chance of getting it again. For example, there's so many pieces of gear from the trooper stories. Where is this? Is it, am I supposed to go inside it? Was there a button I missed? It must be inside there somewhere, I'm not entirely sure. Use the 3rd remote terminal. Like, is it on top of the building? I don't think so. There's so many gear from the trooper stories that you just can't really get anywhere else. Like, you can usually get that shell, like I guess the shape and size of the armor, but you can't usually get that exact color combination again. You can kind of get close to them with dyes, but like there's not a really good Havoc squad colored dye kicking around that I've seen. I'm still like really happy about being able to do the world boss. I felt so bad the day before when I tried it. I dragged them all out there, and they even left their operation early, some of them, to join me on it because they figured it wouldn't take too long. We were there for like half an hour trying to figure out different ways to get it to spawn. We were like, oh, maybe if we get enough people, we could like force a second instance. It just didn't want to happen. It was so sad. So revenge was had. Oh, there we go. There's the 3rd one. That marker was weird. It was showing up in not quite the right spot. Catman. Oh, I keep attracting attention. Catman is not a sneaky man. That's good though, we're getting XP. We need as much XP as we can get at our reduced rate. Did that one die standing up? Yes it did. So, someone suggested that in Javiik's special lightsaber that he's eventually going to pick up, it should have a black-red crystal, and I think that's really cool. I don't know if I have that unlocked on this account. Like, I have a black-red crystal, just not specifically on Javiik. I might have to cheat and send him one for the sake of story. I think you guys are all okay if I cheat for the sake of story, right? As long as I'm not, like, giving myself unfair gear or anything like that. Nope. Here? Maybe? Yes. Hello, unsuspecting guardsman. Do not mind the Catman that ran into the room and also walked right into my giant lightning field. This poor schmo. He's just standing over here doing his job, totally ignoring me and my lightning and pretending like I'm not here. Ah, activate the experimental warbot. I am totally okay with doing this. Warbot time. I think it's really close to. Yes. I remember, I think the first time I did this on my first Imperial character, I was like really under-leveled and this was such an epic fight. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, over here, yes. Let's go take out the mobs that are nearby first. Hello, friends. Goodbye, friends. We had so much story and now we're just like questing. We'll get some more story next time, I'm sure. Now, we'll fight a giant robot. Oh, he's not as big as I remember him. He is pretty strong though. He's not dropping in health really quickly. Get him, Kimbo! Get him with your teeth! Oh, are you stuck his heels again? Yes, I decided last time you should be. Goodbye, droid! Nice, if I had scavenging, I could like pick him up, I bet. See what else we gotta do. Turn in the data core at the Dropbox. We'll just turn everything in when we go back there. We have much more to do on Lord Grathan's estate before we leave. Sorry, people have been brainwashed and cybernetically enhanced. I'm gonna be sad when Javiik loses this outfit. I really like it. It looks very Sith-y. Whoa. These are creepy. I don't think we've seen these anywhere else yet, have we?
Stop! You must not steal that precious data, I implore you. Were I not locked in Grathan's science dormitory, I'd face you in person. I can only hope the passion of my plea convinces you. I'm Lanator Drogue, lead researcher of Lord Grathan's Cybernetics Division. That data you're stealing is my life's work.
You're another of Grathan's prisoners, right? How is this your life's work?
I'm no prisoner. I volunteered for this project because Grathan alone had the resources to help me achieve my goal. I'm the creator of Project ARC, Automatic Regenerating Cybernetics. I have developed mechanical body parts that grow and heal like actual flesh and bone. Making better soldiers is an obvious application, but my dream is to give these lifelike replacement limbs to the victims of war.
Oh. So Javiik is really interested in the payday of this mission. That's about the only reason he took it so he can have more money so he can be freer. But he did see a lot of, yeah, I don't know. War veterans do seem like people who need some help, and cybernetic limbs are definitely a good thing. My main character has a cybernetic hand, but obviously Javiik does not know her at all.
Your masters should determine how this technology is used.
Then I leave that determination to you, my lord. You're obviously more powerful than Grathan. Lord Grathan encrypted my research notes to prevent duplication, but that data spike will download everything and erase the original. You're taking the only copy. Please don't steal that data. Allow me to continue healing the sick.
Oh gosh. I really... Dark side, sorry pal, steal the data. And light side, I won't steal the data. I think I'm going to cut things right here and let you guys vote on what you think I should do. There's going to be a little vote thing on the top right corner, or you can just leave a comment. I'll just go with the general consensus. Do you think Javiik is someone who's really looking for money so he can be free, and he would steal this and prevent people from getting sick but get a really good payday? Or not steal the data and hopefully let Lanader Droge continue his research and possibly helping veterans regrow limbs from the war? Alright, it's up to you guys. I'll see you on the next episode of The Wonder of Star Wars: The Old Republic.